Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright everyone, welcome to another RFC review. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Iron Factory IFEX-16 Pink Assassin, which is a pretty big mouthful. So here she is. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. I do have her standing up, or leaning against the packaging for photo, so I'll just stand her up straight. Here you have a nice look at the packaging. She would be right there, but I already took her out. On the front you have alt mode and robot mode. On the bottom here you have some product identification, made in China, IFEX-16. On this side you have the continuation of the art from the front. On the top you have Pink Assassin again, and on the backs another product shot with a QR code if you want to scan that and see what that's about. And then on this side just plain with a little bit more wraparound of the art. I'm going to keep this box for reference because as we're going over the figure there are a couple things that I saw that I wanted to point out to you. Another really nice thing when you open up this box, you get this clamshell packaging, normal stuff. You get the instructions, and you also get another Windblade sword, which I heard rumors of this. I didn't know if it was true, but I guess it is because it's in my hand. Now, I thought this is so Windblade can have two swords, but if you look at my Windblade, the sword is definitely a lot different. It's a painted sword as opposed to a clear, translucent sword. So I don't know if this isn't an official figure. Maybe I got a knockoff. I'm not sure. But that's the sword my Windblade has. Let me know in the comments if that's the official. I believe it is, but there is a small chance that maybe I got a knockoff and did not realize it. But yeah, there you go with the painted or clear translucent purple plastic for Windblade. And we'll just get the size comparison out of the way right now. There you have the size comparison for these two. And they match up fairly nice, as they should. They're both from the same company. And let's get Windblade out of the way. And we'll take a quick look up close at Pink Assassin, or Arcee, as most of you will know her. Some nice blue paint there. Some gray paint on her waist and right below her chin. Eyes are nice and blue. Come down to the feet, and they also have some gray on the front of the foot. And then nothing really on the back. You got two little spots here of gray and a little bit up front. Now this is what I wanted to point out on the box, is the art actually has a blue windshield and the production version is a silver windshield. Not that it matters that much, but I just want to point it out that, hey, there is a difference. There definitely is a difference. I think that's the only major difference that I see. So, again, this is how she comes in packaging. You can pull these little wings out, just like that. And on the one photo, that's kind of how they have her. I don't know if that was to kind of give her wings similar to what, or not similar, but you know, Windblade has wings, so maybe they were thinking to give her some wings in robot mode. If you don't like that look, you can fold these all the way back so the mirrors touch right there, and that will give you little bit different appearance to Arcee, but you still have this piece up top. There is no way to get rid of that piece up top. It is on this double hinge right here, and to go into robot mode, or vehicle mode, you basically just push that forward. But let's go ahead and get into articulation, and I'll just pull that back a little bit. Her head is on a ball joint, but she can look left, right, up a fairly decent amount, down that far, pretty good, actually really good. So head articulation is great. Her shoulders are on a ball joint, but due to the sculpt, they can only go out about that far. Her elbows are on a ball joint, which you can get 90 degrees out of, which is nice. Her hands look like they are on a swivel, but unfortunately I tried turning the hands. They are not on a swivel. They are just painted white with a little pink on the wrist, which makes it look like there's a swivel there, but there is not. You do get a little rotation at the waist, or a lot of rotation at the waist. She can do an ab crunch. And then down at the bottom, her legs are on a ball joint. You can get 90 degrees out, so she can do a full split, which is pretty nice. And her knees are double jointed due to transformation. And then the foot is also on a ball joint, so you can rotate this foot around. The only thing you can't do is you can't bend the foot forward that much, which is kind of disappointing. I wish they would have cut just a little bit out of the foot here, just to give us a little bit more articulation forwards of the foot, because that really limits the poses that you can get her in. So let's go ahead and get into transformation, or take a look at the weapons real quick. You have a nice blue translucent plastic with some silver paint on it, and you get 2 of those. And then you also just get a plain blue translucent gun. Now you don't want to lose these pieces, because these pieces are very important for transformation. So let's go ahead and get her into her vehicle mode. First thing you want to do, or first thing you can do, is you can rotate the head around. Just kind of hide that. Then the backpack is going to peg on right there onto that peg, and there's a slot right there. So just slot that together. Then the arms, you want to turn the arm so this little hole right there is on the top, and that will line up with this side section of the car. Just like that. Clip that together. And now what you want to do is you want to take the gun and you're going to plug it into the back of her waist. Just like so, with the gun pointing backwards. Then you're going to take the leg, flip it up, and then just the foot will peg in right on the gun. So again, if you lose the gun, vehicle mode is going to be very difficult, or you're just going to have floppy legs. So, and yeah, that is Arcee in her vehicle mode. Now you can add on the swords. They also have a hole right there that you can peg in on each side to kind of armor her up. Just like so. And there you have Arcee in her Cybertronian vehicle mode, which I guess is what that would be. Very good looking figure. You can see it's not very big. Get in one of the Titan Master vehicles. They're almost about the same size. Pink Assassin slash Arcee is just a little bit bigger. And then also, you can rotate these swords around to the front if you want, just to give her more armor up front. It just leaves the legs a little bit more visible on the back side. So, oh, the other thing I wanted to say that comes in package, which Windblade did not come with anything, but Arcee comes with a nice stand. You got these clear pieces right here, and we can just pop this all together. And I did not read the instructions, so I don't know if this is the right. That sounds a little tight. Let's try this side. That's a little bit better. That's a little scary. That plastic is way too tight. But then there's also this peg right here that you can peg in. And I wonder where that's going to plug in on her. You know, I guess this is one of those times when I really should have looked at the instructions, because I did not look at... You don't need instructions for her. But this stand, I really don't know where that would plug in. That's just way too big. This is probably the one for Arcee. This is a little bit smaller. And probably the place to plug this in is right in her back, right there in robot mode. So that way you can have her kind of just floating in air, which is good because she doesn't stand very well. So the fact that they gave you the stand is very nice, and I do like that. Again, I think you can pick this up on the Chosen Prime for about 20 bucks. Give or take, might be 25, I'm not positive. But yeah, if you're into these little Iron Factory figures, I would definitely recommend picking it up. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.